Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to build a home studio by choosing the right equipment and software for your needs. If you have a small budget or a big budget, I'm going to show you what you need to start making great music. My name is Tiago Duarte and welcome to Daily Beats, where I help you master the software so that it's just you and music. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and activate the notifications so that you are up to date with all the videos I publish about music production. I started out making music in my bedroom. I set up a table and chair and flipped the bed of my brother vertically to get more space to make music. My mother was furious. I improved my home studio with the means that I had at the time, which were not too many. I put together a bunch of full speakers and headphones and started with what I had. 4 years later, and now I have my entire living room dedicated to my studio. Still not perfect, but I managed to perform acoustic treatment and significantly improve the sound of my room, and I also have enough equipment to make the music I want. I'm going to share with you my experience and hopefully help you make good decisions when creating or improving your home studio. Before I tell you what you need to have in your home studio, I want you to define what is the main goal of your home studio. What is that you want to accomplish with your studio? Do you want to record vocals and a guitar? Do you want to just make hip-hop beats or electronic dance music? Do you want to record bands, or do you want to make beats and record your rap vocals? It's very important that you know what you want to do with your studio, especially if you are on a small budget. You don't want to spend hundreds of dollars or euros or any other currency on gear that is not going to benefit you or help you to make the music that you want. Sometimes we have this idea that throwing money into a problem is going to fix it, but understanding why you are doing something can save you money and solve your problem way faster. Another thing that you need to understand is that your home studio will have audio problems that you will not be able to fix. Because home studios are known to be bedroom studios, the acoustics of the room are not going to be ideal. If you are starting out, your bedroom is going to be the first place you are going to take advantage of. Professional recording studios are built with very precise specifications and sizes to maximize acoustic performance. And there's a lot of science behind building recording studios and acoustics. Nevertheless, you can still get great results with a home studio and compete with professional recording studios. And I'm here to help you with that. The anatomy of a digital home studio consists of a computer running sequencing and recording software, also known as DAWs, Digital Audio Workstations. This is where you can create, record, edit, mix and master music. For this, you don't need a top-of-line computer or laptop, but you need a fairly recent computer. In my studio, I have an AMD 5 Ryzen 2600 with 6 cores at 3.4 GHz with 16 GB of RAM. You don't need a graphics card to make music, and you can get by with integrated graphics from the motherboard as a starting point. If you plan on doing YouTube videos, then a graphics card is highly recommended. Next, you need either speakers or headphones to hear what you are producing. A computer, a DAW, and headphones are the 3 things you need to start making music. When I'm traveling, those are the 3 things that I make sure I have to make music. This is the point where understanding what you want to do with your studio is important. The next step is to get an audio interface to improve the quality of the audio, because for the most part, computer sound cards are not good enough to record high-quality audio. You can get by with just making beats without an audio interface, but recording is absolutely necessary. An audio interface is generally a USB device that you plug into your computer. It will have audio inputs like this, 2 here, and audio outputs like this in the back, 2 for speakers and 1 for headphones. You can control the volume and gain through these knobs here. This was my second audio interface, and I've made a ton of music with this one. I have it for maybe 10 years and it still works great. I have to thank my friend Juan for giving this one to me for free. This allowed me to start Daily Beats. If you want to record vocals, the next piece of equipment that you need is a microphone. There are several types of microphones. You have dynamic microphones, like the Shure SM58 that I have here. This type of microphones are very robust. Then there are condenser microphones, like this Rode NT1A. This type of microphone is very sensitive and picks way more sound than the dynamic microphones. And that is why they are used for studios and require a more quiet ambience. I live close to a hospital, so there are constantly sirens going on in the streets. And if I'm recording something with this microphone, at the same time an ambulance is passing through, I need to stop the recording and start again, because you can hear in the recording the sirens. If you want to record an instrument like a guitar or bass and vocals, then you definitely need an audio interface. One good thing about investing in an audio interface is that it usually comes with a free version of a DAW and possibly more music software for free. This is a great thing because when you buy an interface, you don't need to spend money on buying a DAW. If you are planning on making beats, I strongly recommend you invest in a Midi keyboard. I own 2 Midi keyboards. I started with a simpler and cheaper module. This Audio Keystation 61 was my first 61 key keyboard, and after a few years I was able to improve my Midi keyboard to the Keylab 61. It's still on the lower end of Midi keyboards. It was a step up from my first keyboard. If you are planning on traveling a lot, then you can buy something smaller with fewer keys, or even a controller like this one. This is the Akai Fire, and it was designed to work with FL Studio. It's great to take with me when I'm traveling. I would recommend you to buy a Midi keyboard with the largest number of keys you can possibly buy. I used to have a small keyboard and I was able to make music, but when I bought the 61 keys keyboard, an entire new world of possibilities opened up. It's hard to explain, but just go for the large keyboard if you can. So, we talked about the basic parts of a home studio: a computer, a DAW, an audio interface, speakers or headphones, instruments and microphones. But the thing that took my studio to the next level was acoustic treatment. My Adam speakers cost 1,000 euros. I installed them in my old studio and they sounded bad. When I tested the speaker monitors at Thomann, they sounded really nice. But when I set them up in my studio, there was no bass. They sounded thin and hollow. For about 7 months, I rarely turned them on because I could not trust the sound they were giving me. But when I bought them, I knew that the sound I was listening to at Thomann, I could replicate at home with the correct acoustic treatment. I waited for the right opportunity, and when I found the opportunity, I built my own acoustic panels out of scrap wood and basic tools. I will link the video where I show how I made them in the description. They are not perfect, but they made my living room into an actual studio. Now I turn my speakers every day to hear music and they sound just like I remember when I was listening to them at Thomann. I wanted to share this story to show that you can buy the most expensive equipment you can possibly afford and still get bad results with it. Don't be fooled by the latest and greatest, but understand that acoustic treatment will make any pair of speakers sound really nice, and it will also make an entry-level microphone like the Rode NT1A sound amazing. If you want to improve the quality of your recording, research acoustic treatment and either build your panels, which is very easy to do, or buy a nice acoustic treatment. I could talk for hours about music gear, music software and studios. I hope with this video you will get a better understanding of what you need to start making music. I showed some of the gear that I own and that I bought over the years to give you an idea of what you need and not to promote those products. I did my research and watched a bunch of videos for reviews before I bought the equipment, and I recommend you do too. Thanks for watching the video until the end. If you learned something with this video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what you would like me to talk about next. If you want to support this channel, subscribe and activate the notifications so that you stay up to date with Daily Beats, where I teach you how to master the software so that it's just you and music. Peace.